West Midlands Police.
There's a young lad in school uniform. I would say he's about 12, and he has been stabbed in the stomach.
Is he breathing in and out normally?
It's very laboured.
I have confirmed that we've got the police en route.
Thank you. Come on, love. Open your eyes. I'm here. Open your eyes. Oh, well done, yes. All right, just stay with us.
Like 26 at the stabbing. Ambo here also.
Officers from West Midlands Police are responding to a serious incident after a young boy is found stabbed on his way home from school in South Birmingham.
Come on, buddy. He was found conscious, but in and out of consciousness.
Oh, he was found conscious.
And then he's got into arrest.
Okay.
Did you see what happened at all?
He went to my school. I've told my mum that one of my mates had been stabbed. If we can check for a pulse in two sites. Okay,
I've got a pulse. I've got a pulse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's just make a note of that. That's 1622. Pulse is detected.
Okay, it's a weak central pulse.
Okay.
Tell me.
Pulse there, maybe. Ready, steady, lift.
Come on, Leo. You can do it, mate.
The boy, named by a witness at the scene, is Leo Ross, aged 12 years old. He's taken to hospital for emergency surgery. Crime scene investigator Drew Birtles immediately begins securing forensic evidence at the scene, which may help identify the attacker.
So we've got the site where Ambo have treated a young lad. There's no suggestion it's over a wide area. I think that the assault is confined to this area here. Working in forensics, you often see distressing and horrific things. But when you find out this is a little kid that's been stabbed, it's difficult to comprehend that something like that could happen.
The priority for Drew is to quickly establish how the attack has taken place.
So we've got main pathway stretching from one end of the park to the other. We've got secondary footpaths that dog walkers, kids, cyclists will use. We've also got marshland over there. We've got a stream here. It's a massive area. And we know obviously that suspects fled, but we don't know in which direction. So we've got to cordon the whole park off.
There's no one to go through scene. No one coming through scene.
So if we do it from these trees.
Whilst officers secure access to the 4-kilometre park, the spot where Leo was found is protected from the elements.
Probably best to be on the safe side and cover it. We know a young lad's received stab wounds. We don't know with what at the minute. We're assuming knife, but I wouldn't rule out broken bottle, screwdriver, could be anything. But we don't know, was there a theft of any kind? Has there been a fight? I think it's absolutely horrific.
Leo's school clothing is recovered, and the crime scene is guarded overnight.
Tributes have been paid to the 12-year-old boy who was stabbed to death in Birmingham yesterday.
Leo Ross was stabbed in the stomach and found near Scribers Lane in Hall Green.
He died in hospital after being taken there in an air ambulance.
Okay, morning everyone. This is Op Ultimo, which is the murder of Leo Ross.
Following the death of the young boy in hospital, West Midlands Police launch a murder inquiry.
Leo was stabbed around 3:30 yesterday afternoon.
Led by Detective Inspector Joe Davenport.
That exact spot there is where he was found. One of the first witnesses to give an account. She states she's seen a person in the undergrowth and has gone over to help. She has noticed that he was pale, had a wound to his stomach with blood across his stomach, but no one actually saw what happened and there were no obvious suspects. This case is shocking because of the age of the victim. Leo is only a 12-year-old boy, he's in school uniform. So for someone to quite clearly deliberately stab a 12-year-old boy just tells me that this person's incredibly dangerous and needs to be found as soon as possible. Hypothesis at the moment then, the victim has been stabbed by an unknown person as part of a robbery, or the victim has been stabbed by an unknown person for unknown reasons. At the moment I have no clear motive or reason as to why anyone would do this to him. Youth knife crime is a problem. Young people stabbing other young people. So is it gang related? Has he been targeted as part of a robbery? Could be a number of different scenarios. So our main lines of inquiry today then, search of the murder scene to secure and preserve evidence of the offence. And we need to find the murder weapon as soon as possible.
A lot of water and there's like a bog marsh and all sorts of them.
Yeah, it's the perfect place to do something like this.
Yeah.
Drew is joined by Joe at the crime scene to help coordinate a forensic search of the area.
The incident's happened on the inner cordon up there. It's unclear which way the offender has left the scene or come into the scene.
The biggest issue we've got is an outstanding murder weapon in a massive area with so much overgrowth. We could be stood 5 metres from the murder weapon and we're never going to know.
Police drone operators begin mapping the complex terrain to identify routes the offender could have taken. The river pathway also leads to nearby houses.
We're doing the investigation into the incident that happened in the park. We were wondering if your CCTV cameras were working.
No, I'm going to go this on.
Hold on, get your positions.
6 search teams move in to comb the vast area.
Good to go, yeah?
The murder weapon is vital. It has the potential to link the suspect and the victim, but it's a massively challenging scene. It's got not just water, but flowing water, which could wash away DNA.
If you've got to hack it to get through it, get through it. If it's impossible to pass through it, visually look underneath it.
Time is essential. The longer it's outstanding, if it's exposed to the elements, can reduce the forensic evidence that's recovered. A knife that on its own may not be small, but hidden in a park, becomes a needle in a haystack.
Leo Ross's many friends left flowers and messages near to the park where he was fatally stabbed after school yesterday. A family member described him as the most beautiful, kind child, funny, sweet, and without an aggressive bone in his body.
The community impact of this offence is massive. A 12-year-old being stabbed in these circumstances, I think, puts fear in everyone's heart. Everyone thinks this could have been my child.
Tragic, really.
That's sad.
Yeah, it's awful.
Leo has had his whole life taken from him, so we will stop at nothing to identify who carried out Leo's murder. Okay. Forward.
We've got over 200 CCTV locations with many, many hours of CCTV footage at each of those locations.
As footage starts coming in, CCTV analyst Andy MacDonald is tasked with sifting through it to pinpoint Leo's last known movements.
We want to find Leo because we want to ascertain if there's any other interaction during his route which may have been a precursor that led to what happened. Unfortunately, a lot of the school kids are all wearing the same uniform, the same backpack, even the same coats. So we've just got this new AI software which allows us to review vast quantities of CCTV footage in very short times and review the findings.
Using advanced facial recognition, Andy can scour hundreds of hours of footage across multiple cameras in just a few minutes.
For me, it's a game changer, and it's got a function where you can upload imagery of individuals and ask the system to look for that person. So that's the image of Leo. So I'm now going to click on that clip, and it's brought back this sighting of this individual, and then he momentarily looks back at the camera and it's picked up somebody that I believe is Leo.
Well, that's unbelievable, because he looks, with his hood up, he looks, it's hard to recognise him,
it's really quite impressive. If I had to view that footage, it would take me 2 days, 3 days to view, and I may or may not have found something of relevance.
It's helped us to identify Leo leaving school, where he sort of does a quarter turn towards the camera. So that is a split second where only part of his face is visible, and the AI picked it up as being Leo. It gives me a clear direction of travel, a really useful tool to help me focus my search.
From that momentary look back towards the camera, that's now given me a time for when Leo leaves the school.
Andy is now able to trace the young boy's journey towards the park.
So he's walked down Ravenshill Road, across the road, along Priory Road, turning right into Scribers Lane, and then he goes into where the offence occurred. So that's our last sighting at 15:10.
The CCTV shows that he wasn't with anyone, and he doesn't appear to have had any conversation or disagreement with anyone on the way to the park. But there's no CCTV within the park itself, so I don't know what happened.
The post-mortem examination was able to reveal a stab wound to the front of the abdomen.
Drew has received details of Leo's post-mortem, which may offer clues as to how the attack unfolded.
It passed through skin, muscle, and entered the abdominal cavity. It then terminated at the spine. Once an artery's been cut in such a severe manner, it's very difficult to come back from that. The features of the stab wound are in keeping with the use of a single-edged cutting implement such as a knife. No obvious serrated features were noted. We're looking at a smooth-bladed, medium-length knife, with the wound being around about 8 centimetres deep. It's going to be a kitchen knife. No defensive type injuries were noted. Normally when we see defensive wounds, they'll be on the hands, on the forearms, if they raise their arms to protect themselves. So it could mean that Leo didn't even know the attack was coming.
Armed with a description of the likely murder weapon, 50 officers have now been deployed to focus the search across 1 kilometre of parkland.
We just have to systematically work our way to it.
Coordinated by Senior Search Officer Brian Statham.
It can appear overwhelming to start with, but what I do is I will break the big area into smaller sections, what we call sectorising, and we won't move on to other areas until each sector is done. But you've got to be switched on to find it. You've got to realise why you're doing it. You're looking for something that could potentially prosecute someone for a horrendous crime. If your child was involved, you'd want that for your children.
In terms of the water search, that's all being searched.
Are you just wading into it, are you? Is it that deep or?
Problem with this is it's really, really thick silt. Whereas if you have a dive team,
A specialist dive team moves in to conduct a fingertip search of the river, starting nearest to the crime scene.
Over there then. I'd do the inside and then the outside.
The problem is, it's right on the edge. It was the drop of that here.
Hiding something in such a vast area is very easy for an offender to do, but you've got to remember they will probably be in a state of panic, so they won't think like a normal person. They'll want to get rid of it as quickly as possible, and they will make mistakes, and that's when we will find it.
Look at that, Steve. Hard work.
So this is a bit of officer body cam footage.
This is where they've actually found Leo then?
Yeah.
Joe and DC James Noble review body cam from first responders to see who else was in the park at the time of the stabbing.
This is horrendous, isn't it?
Yeah. Leo was discovered quite soon after he was stabbed, which means that people weren't far away when this took place. There's a window of time where we can identify all of the different people who were there. We've got 2 lads who are about his sort of age. We need to understand who are they to him, how does he know them, and has there been any issues between them previously?
He was later like that when I got here, and that's all I know about it.
So this lad's just said he's the one who found him?
Yeah, this kid on the bike.
I seen him, and then I seen this woman, she was walking out, so I told her to call you guys.
So he's somehow raised the alarm with other members of the public, hasn't he?
So just to confirm, you've been riding along here around 3ish. Was it 3 bang on, or was it after 3? Because it's now near to 4.
Can't really remember, but I didn't touch him because that could put me in that case.
What did he say? It could put me in the case?
Yeah, I haven't touched him because that could put me in your case.
It's not the first thing you'd think when you've come across someone who's been stabbed.
The young boy looks really, really shocked, doesn't he?
But you contrast that with the older lad on the bike. The lad on the bike stands out to me. Some people have engaged in CPR, some people are phoning 999 for the ambulance service, whereas the lad on the bike appears to be sitting back, watching what's taking place.
Stop a sec, lad. Stop a sec for me. You just come through here. I asked him for my lad to go, he said yeah.
Wants to get off, doesn't he?
And also then trying to get away from the scene as quickly as he can.
He drove past here apparently and seen him on the floor stabbed. That's what he told me anyway. But I just didn't understand why he said to me, when the police come, I've got to go.
He's dressed in all black. He's wearing gloves, and he said he's 14. Why isn't he at school himself? We need to know a lot more about him.
Before leaving the scene, the teenager gave his details. The detectives checked the police national computer to see whether he is known to police.
It looks like in January last year, he's attempted to assault police officers at the school that he attended at the time. Obviously, it looks like since then he's been expelled. It says that he's assaulted some kind of family therapist who he's working with in the park, so in the exact same location.
He's this standout person, isn't he, at the moment?
Yeah. For me, based on the information that we've got, his propensity for violence, he has a history of assault in the exact same location, and the absence of any other clear suspect at this moment, the older lad on the bike, for me, has to be a suspect and he has to be arrested.
Joe orders the immediate arrest of the 14-year-old.
Hello, it's the police. Where is he? Whereabouts is he, mate? Come here. What for? Put your hands out, you're under arrest.
Dad, turn my PlayStation off.
I'm gonna pat you down on here, mate, okay?
Just been arrested for murder.
Big offence, mate, that is. And your reaction to that is a smile.
It's funny, am I? I'm just not allowed to smile.
Someone's died, haven't they? It's not funny.
Stop moving him. Stick your finger up what you want. You're mature, are you?
Specialist officers conduct a search of the teenager's home, looking for any items of interest.
What I really need is that key piece of forensic evidence which ties him to the offence. Clothing and footwear are going to be your best opportunity for a forensic link, but also the murder weapon, finding the suspect's phone, any electronic devices, whether that be a laptop or any other games console. Was he communicating with the victim or other people, discussing the offence?
Although they find no mobile phone or potential murder weapon, the suspect's clothing and PlayStation are seized and will be sent to the major crime lab.
Oh, by the way, the clothes I was wearing earlier, have changed.
So we're not going to get anything off those clothes?
No.
Okay.
Even in the ones in my room, you ain't going to get nothing on it, off them because I ain't done nothing.
What's he been arrested for?
He was arrested for murder. When getting arrested for the murder, he started smiling. He stated, "You won't get nothing off these clothes."
And I also said, you ain't going to get nothing off that because I ain't done nothing.
He's been smirking and making comments to officers who've arrested him. It may be that he finds it amusing because he knows that he hasn't done anything, or it may be that actually he's goading the police and he's getting some kind of kick out of this.
There's going to be a search room. They're going to seize your clothing from you, taking the items.
Swabs are taken from the teenager to obtain his DNA, and the clothes he's wearing are seized.
All right then, mate. Never got that jacket.
A suspect in custody is considered a crime scene. They can hold forensic evidence that can link them to a victim of crime.
You take his t-shirt off.
If the victim has grabbed suspect clothing and there was a cellular transfer, that touch DNA can sit with them for some time. Cheers, mate.
At the moment, we don't know what weapon was used, and that is still outstanding.
With a limited time to hold a juvenile in custody without charge, Drew and Joe run through the forensic priorities.
From the inquiries we've conducted so far, it doesn't look like Leo and the suspect knew each other.
No communication with phones, no electronic communication, nothing like that.
So we haven't recovered a phone from the suspect, and according to family, he doesn't have one. Leo's phone is outstanding. We do know he has one, but it hasn't been recovered yet. In the body-worn video, he's wearing dark clothing, and he's arrested in dark clothing as well. So there's a possibility it's the same clothing.
And it's a screening job for blood on the clothing. I think any link that can be, particularly blood between the two individuals, we've got to look at first and foremost, don't we?
Yeah. I'm really struggling at the moment to find any link between the suspect and the victim. The maximum amount of time I have is 96 hours to gain enough evidence to get a charging decision from the CPS, which, when you consider the area which needs to be searched and how long forensic testing takes, it puts me under a lot of pressure.
The suspect's jacket has been fast-tracked for inspection by forensic examiner Bo Mitchell.
So I'm just searching to see if there's any staining that looks like it could be blood. We're hoping to potentially find victim's blood on here. This jacket is a particularly hard item to search, just as it's very dark, especially when searching for blood. In the seams, as the stitching is black as well. Any staining maybe sort of hiding in between the seams.
We know that our victim has received a single stab wound, and you don't always get the blood loss from the victim that you might do from an extended attack.
I can see stain that looks like it could be blood. So I'm just grabbing a filter paper and test this red-brown stain to see if it could be blood.
Bo uses a chemical mixture to check for hemoglobin found in blood.
If there's no pink reaction, then I know that it's negative. And there's no pink reaction, so I think it's not blood.
It's disappointing that the jacket hasn't produced any forensic results.
A check of the teenager's shoes, worn at the time of his arrest, also reveals nothing of note.
We still have a lot of work to do, so we need to look at further evidence to prove or disprove that our suspect was responsible for the murder of Leo.
Whilst officers question Leo's school friends for any connection between the two boys, the 14-year-old is brought in for interview.
So you've been arrested on suspicion for murder.
I'll just read out a statement. I wish to say I'm 14 years of age. I'm diagnosed with ADHD, ODD, anxiety and attachment disorder. I'm also on the autism spectrum. I was diagnosed with the above conditions around the age of 6. I'm also under the care of numerous mental health services. I will answer no comment or remain silent due to my conditions.
Interviewing a juvenile does increase the complexities and the challenges of this case. He's a 14-year-old child himself, but he's still got to account as to why he was there. Does he know Leo? Have they got any history together?
The person that died was a young boy by the name of Leo Ross. Had you had any issues with them? Were you in the path that is off Priory Lane and Scribers Lane on the afternoon of the 21st of January between, say, 3 and 4 in the afternoon? Were you carrying a knife? Was it a case that you've seen Leo being attacked, but it wasn't you? This is the body worn video.
I've seen him, and then as I was looking at it, I didn't touch him because that could put me in the case.
What did you mean by that?
Why wouldn't you want to touch him to help him?
So at this moment in time, I've only got circumstantial evidence. I know the suspect was in the park and I know he was acting unusually. He hasn't provided an account in interview, but there could be numerous different explanations as to why that is. It could be that actually he knows something, but he didn't commit the offence and he's covering for someone else, or he may be in fear of the person who actually stabbed Leo. I need that key piece of information, that key forensic link, which tells me that the suspect is connected to the offence and it's more than just his strange behaviour and the fact that he's failed to account as to why he was there. Morning, everyone. We still need to establish any connection between the suspect and the victim. The current belief and assumption is that the suspect doesn't have a mobile phone and doesn't have a handset and doesn't have a mobile phone number, etc.
With no phone retrieved from either boy, Joe is still searching for anything that may connect them.
We have the suspect's PlayStation. In terms of the PlayStation, it's just for any possibility of communication between them, or if they knew each other online. It's a long shot, but I imagine it's quite hard because they're quite advanced, aren't they?
The suspect's PlayStation is sent to Digital Forensics Officer Bernie DeBott to access.
Certain people do actually communicate quite a lot through consoles, particularly as consoles start to gain the capability to have more and more information on them. With this particular device, we've got a Bluetooth dongle in the front of it. It could be used to connect a mouse or keyboard that's wireless.
The presence of a dongle for a keyboard suggests the teenager may have used the game's console for messaging.
Modern consoles are different to when I was a kid. When I was a kid, you'd put the cartridge in, you'd turn it on and you'd play the game. But now, they're quite sophisticated. You have communication capabilities, voice, video and text, and that information can be retrieved. So that can be a very useful piece of forensic evidence.
Well, that's quite rare that you get a password at this stage, unless, you know, they are quite sensitive of their privacy. The suspect has password protected the entire device.
This PlayStation has far more encryption than most devices. So it does get you thinking, you know, what is the reason for these extra layers of security? It might mean that they are trying to obfuscate criminal activity or evidence that would potentially implicate them in an offence.
Okay, see how this goes. Alright, let's try. Yeah, sometimes it can take a little while.
After 3 attempts, Bernie risks being locked out of the machine permanently if he continues.
4-digit PIN, I've tried his date of birth, that's not worked. I've not got any other information really to guess any further passwords, and I don't know how many attempts I've got. This password was put on before they were arrested, and if it's released before we get access to it, that may then allow him to delete any evidence from the device. So it's very time sensitive.
There is a PlayStation that's been seized from your home address. All I'm asking here is if you're willing to, you disclose the password or PIN to unlock the device.
No, I ain't giving it.
We look at it now, and on the ticket there's like almost like a discoloration. It's almost like brown or red.
The team searching the crime scene have made a discovery close to the park's perimeter.
Looks like a black-handled kitchen knife. It's difficult to see if there's any marks. I'll just photograph it there.
Photographs of the knife are sent for Drew to inspect.
Black-handled knife with a approximately 13 centimetre blade. The knife isn't in the best state. Bit of twig and foliage that's fallen over it. That could be due to it being thrown, and these items have just been flicked on top of it. The end of the knife has got the sharp tip missing, which could suggest it's been damaged while being used. You sometimes see that when it's hit a pelvis or another large bone and just the end of the blade snaps off.
The knife will be fast-tracked to check for any fingerprints or DNA belonging to either the suspect or the victim.
There we go.
On the screen, we have all the cameras that I've uploaded in relation to this operation.
Andy has now gathered a total of 5,000 hours of CCTV from 200 separate cameras around the park.
This is a mixture of motion detection, ring doorbell type cameras, as well as full downloads from a number of locations. What we'll hopefully be able to do is demonstrate that if the suspect goes in, that he doesn't leave.
He begins to look for anyone matching the suspect's description on the day of the murder.
So the suspect in relation to this case was on a mountain bike and was in all dark clothing with a hooded top, so we can put a two-wheeled bike. The AI will then review the CCTV footage that's been uploaded and will then identify what it thinks is a potential person on a bike. Clicking on any of these icons enables me to review the original footage, whether I think that is a person of note or is potentially the suspect. So that person has similar features in terms of dark clothing, but that's not my suspect. And maybe even this one, let's have a look at that one as well. It's got that look of him anyway. No, it's not. I don't think the bike is right for that one. No. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's him. That's my suspect. Amazing.
Having identified the suspect, Andy can now track his movements in real time.
So this is the entrance to the area where the offence occurred. And it's now showing anybody that crosses that line, which is into where the offence occurred, and looking for persons on bikes. And I've got a sighting here of my suspect. Now I know that the suspect goes into where the offence occurred at about 10 to 3. And then we can see on that CCTV footage, he doesn't come out then till just gone full.
The CCTV shows the suspect enter the park 20 minutes before Leo, and only leave after police have arrived. But there's still no forensic proof that he's the killer.
Visual search for blood conducted. Handle's been preserved for fingerprints and cellular DNA taken from the sharp edge of the blade.
At forensic headquarters, Drew receives the completed results for the knife found in the park.
Light source negative, lasers negative, UV, no ridge detail. But everything's come back negative. I don't think that's the weapon. Now I think we've still got an outstanding knife. The result on the knife is disappointing. We have minimal forensic results at this point. There's no spin you can put on it So we still need to find that connection between suspect and victim.
Okay, so we've managed to get the password for this device.
After being approached by police, the suspect's family has agreed to hand over the PIN code for his games console.
With this particular device, it's got a lot of cloud-based data. So we're going to connect it to the internet to access PlayStation servers and get the messages from there.
What I'm going to have to do now is what we call an account takeover. With a PlayStation, all of the data will be stored on PlayStation servers. That's essentially what we call cloud-based information, which means I can't just download the content. We have to look at it live, and we have to look at it quickly.
I'm actually online right now. I don't want anyone to become aware of my presence on the device. So the first thing I'm going to do as quick as I can is appear offline before somebody decides to lock me out or delete any messages. I can already see there's thousands of messages on here.
Bernie starts filtering all messaging over a 6-month period prior to the murder.
From the context of this conversation, it looks like potentially this is his girlfriend.
Young people tend to live far more of their lives online. But I can see that there's lots of normal, ordinary teenage communication. You know, inviting people to play various games, group chats with 20 people in. And it's my job to determine what's normal and what's relevant to the offence.
So there's one here, sort of a vague threat. He's referring to someone being stabbed. He says it was one of his friends. He's going to find the person that did it and do the same to him, stab him. Any kind of messages like that that have references to violence are obviously going to be relevant. They obviously don't prove the offence on their own, but we're kind of trying to build a picture of the suspect's character as well as prove the offence.
Bernie spots a conversation with the same friend, dating back months before Leo was stabbed.
So I can also see that he says, I'm going to go to prison because I'm going to kill my therapist, because she's annoying. He then goes on to show some understanding of what the sentences are like for murder in the UK, as if he has looked into it before. She says she's not going to let him kill his therapist. He then mentions that he's going out to kill someone now.
Looking through these messages, it can be hard to decipher what is just general teenage bravado. Is that him trying to build himself up as this tough character? Or is that him actually going out, trying to find someone to stab? But there's nothing here that indicates specifically towards Leo. And that's really the missing piece.
Sir, can you come and have a look at this, please?
Intelligence officer Derek Dolan has been looking into a spate of violent assaults in the same park, which may be relevant to the investigation.
Got the offence for Leo on the 21st. And then we've got 3 other offences within the 3-day period before Leo. And they all involved the use of a bike. It's a black bike. So the first offence, which is 2 days before Leo's murder.
This one here is Leo's murder site.
The one, yeah.
Yeah, and
the one just below it is the...
So how far is that then?
It's approximately 50 metres. 82-year-old female, and she's been pushed from behind. She's fallen into the river. The offender has hit her multiple times. She's got a broken nose. She's got swelling and bruising to the face. The next offence was the following day. There was a female walking on her own. The male has knocked her down from behind. Third offence, again, a lone female, 79 years of age. He pushed her and she screamed. She said that he turned around and he smiled at me. This was only about half an hour before Leo's murder.
It's just really strange, isn't it, the way in which these offences have taken place from behind in like an unprovoked attack to vulnerable people on their own. And what was the description for each of them?
For each of these offences, the description is a white male, mid-teens, black clothing on a push bike.
So no robbery, no kind of argument or dispute beforehand?
That's right, yeah, with no motive or anything like that.
It's almost like he's going out hunting, looking for people to attack.
We've got footage for the 21st. We've pretty much got footage for the 19th and the 20th as well.
The new evidence prompts Andy to expand his CCTV search to include the dates the teenager is suspected of carrying out the assaults in the park.
So this is the fire team coming in to try to get the first victim pulled out of the water.
He was hitting on the head. Feel like someone was hitting you on your head? A young kid has ran down here and ran away.
We've also then got him coming back to sort of observe the emergency services vehicles.
Right.
So down here is the emergency services. So he's at the top of the road having a good look, and he stays there for a little bit of time and then rides off again.
Yeah.
And he keeps coming back. So and then he's gone
predatory behaviour, isn't it? That he demonstrates.
100%. Yeah. He's clearly got some kind of obsession or interest in relation to what's occurring.
Yeah. The behaviour of the suspect hanging around after the alarm is raised and all of the emergency services start to come in points out to me that he's perhaps enjoying seeing the sort of chaos that he's created, which just demonstrates how dangerous he is.
The new evidence is put to the 14-year-old in interview.
We've talked about the murder, but there's another incident that took place where a lady's being pushed over in the park. Do you know that person?
No.
She's ended up with 2 to 3 centimetre gashes on the right side of her head, suspected fractured hip. Are you responsible for causing those injuries to her? Have you pushed them?
No comment.
Have you kicked them?
No comment.
So on the 19th of January, the lady was knocked into the water within the nature reserve, and the person hitting her says to her, "I tried to drown you, and now I'm going to try and kill you instead." Did you hit her?
No comment.
There doesn't appear to be any motive, and that makes the investigation harder. And I'm running out of time. The threshold will be higher to charge a teenager for a murder. Obviously, we're going to deprive that child's liberty, so we need to be really confident in the evidence that we have, and the CPS need to be really confident that we have the right person before they take such an extreme measure.
I'll show you the actual footage which is on this computer. Let me see if we can get this to work.
Andy alerts Joe to footage he's discovered on a park camera recently installed to target fly tipping.
Now when he goes through at 15-16, he's riding at a very slow pace, shall we say. His next sighting of him, at 15:28, he comes flying round here. He's at speed and he's having to put his foot down to prevent himself possibly from skidding out or falling off, because he comes round here at a real rate of knots.
The camera briefly captures the 14-year-old at 3:28 p.m. 11 minutes before Leo's stabbing was reported to emergency services.
So it's certainly possible that he's now committed the offence, and this is when he's disposing of the knife.
Using the new footage, the search team are able to narrow down a route the teenager may have taken to dump a weapon after committing the offence.
If we get down this pathway, then I'd like this bit concentrated on in case he's thrown it over the water. So obviously he's in a rush, it'd be a hasty throw, I think. He's been out of sight for a couple of minutes. So for me, that narrows down a time frame of where he could be, because you've got to factor in the count. He's got to get somewhere, he's got to hide something, and then he's got to cycle back.
Brian orders the search of an area near a bridge where the suspect is likely to have ridden past.
It's been fogging some piping, so you've got to be careful.
Sarge, I think we've got a knife here.
Yeah, it's like a kitchen knife. It's basically another island, literally to the right, and it's probably like 20 metres into there, and it's literally on the bank. How long's the blade? We're up by
probably about 6 inches. 5.
The recovery of the knife moves the investigation forward a massive amount. It's got the appearance of it being freshly discarded there.
So where that grass bit is there, over this other side, it's in there.
But it was outside, it wasn't located straight away. So there's a high potential for evidence to be destroyed. Only forensic analysis will determine whether we've got the right weapon.
The first thing that I'll do is search for blood. We have to look in all of the grooves just to make sure we're not missing any areas.
With a single stab wound, we will often find that the blood won't just settle on the blade. With the layers of clothing that Leo was wearing, the potential speed of the attack, the blade can often get cleaned from coming into contact with the victim's clothing.
The top of the handle looks red-brown, so I'm going to test that first. If we have blood present, we will get a pink reaction. That's negative. So at this point, I'm happy that the knife is negative for blood, so I can go ahead and sample for cellular.
The lack of blood doesn't mean the lack of evidence. It may be that the visible blood has washed off, but there may still be trace DNA evidence left on the blade and the handle.
So if you think about anything that you physically touch, there is always going to be a transfer of DNA. So in this case, obviously we're interested in how the knife will have been handled, and if the individual has handled it without gloves, then there would be a transfer of any skin on their hands to the handle of the knife.
Next, the sample is processed to extract DNA. This will give detectives a full profile they can compare with the suspect in custody.
Hello, Davenport.
Hi, Judge Drew from FSI.
The DNA profiling results have been fast-tracked to Drew.
It's coming back a full profile on the blade and tip of the knife found to Leo Ross.
So it's definitely the knife used then?
Yeah, and the handle is coming back to our suspect.
Brilliant.
And it's saying that it's at least 1 billion times more likely to be DNA contribution from our suspect. I think we got our weapon there, mate.
Great. That's a brilliant result, isn't it?
Definitely, definitely. The knife that was recovered contained DNA of Leo and DNA of the suspect. It's a massive result for the investigation.
It's a huge relief when you get to a forensic hit like this. It demonstrates that you have identified the right person, but not only that, but you're now in a strong position to get justice for the victim and for his family.
Okay, I need to read something to you. It's quite important, all right? Okay. Come with me. You just stand there. The case was referred to the Crown Prosecution Service for a charging decision. They've come back with several charges that I've got to read out to you. Okay, so you're charged with the following. On the 21st of January at Triffyford Mill Park, you murdered Leo Ross, contrary to common law. Do you wish to make any reply? Okay. You'll be escorted back to your cell by these officers.
Along with murder, the teenager is also charged with 3 counts of grievous bodily harm in relation to the other assaults in the park.
When something like this happens, and it's a child murdering a child, it's difficult to make any sense of it. Knowing the history of the offender previous to the murder of Leo, I would say there is a very strong chance he would have continued to offend if he wasn't caught and arrested.
Offender. He's a 14-year-old child himself. It's clear to me that he wasn't of a sound mental state, not just immediately before Leo's murder, but probably for quite a few years in his life. Unfortunately, I think we're seeing it more and more in society where there doesn't appear to be a motive, and it is just down to the person's mental health. So this is a really tragic case. A 12-year-old boy has lost his life who did nothing wrong and was completely innocent. Leo just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Every contact leaves a trace that forensic experts can follow. Explore it for yourself with the Open University's new interactive case simulator. Scan the QR code on screen or visit connect.open.ac.uk/realCSI.